Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at CatholicMindsetCoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessed Mess Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we are reading from A Day at a Time. This is the reading for December 30th. Here we go. My life before coming to the program was not unlike the lives of so many of us who were cruelly buffeted and tormented by the power of our addictions. For years, I had been sick and tired. When I became sick and tired of being sick and tired, I finally surrendered and came to the program. Now I realized that I had been helped all along by a higher power. It was this power indeed that had allowed me to live so that I could eventually find a new way of life. Since my awakening, have I found a measure of serenity previously unknown in my life. Today I pray. May I realize that my higher power has not suddenly come into my life like a stranger, opening a door when I knocked. The power has been there all along. If I will just remember how many brushes with disaster I have survived by a fraction of time or distance. Now that I have come to know my higher power better, I realize that I must have been saved for something, for helping others like me. Today I will remember I am grateful to be alive and recovering. There's a lot of different ways my head's going with this one, because there are those who don't get saved, right? There are those who die to their disease, and our prayers are with them and their loved ones and their family members. And this is one of those things we don't understand, like people who survive a car accident when everyone else died, and then they're like, well, why me? Why did I survive? And on the one part, we can't ask that question because we just don't know. But on the other side, I feel like what is helpful to think of is, okay, I may never know the answer to that question, but that is the reality. And so what can I do with this gift? What can I do with this gift to help those who are struggling with what I'm struggling with? And that is the essence of step 12. And I think, there's just so much power in that. This kind of really sombered me a little bit in just reading through this. There is a measure of serenity previously unknown in my life. For sure. When I was first white knuckling abstinent, the panic that would ensue, especially just around my substance, going out to eat at a restaurant was like torture. The things that I tried not to look at, looking at a menu in advance, not looking at a menu in advance, not knowing what I was going to eat, eating beforehand so that I didn't end up, all this mental energy, all this excessive effort, all this craziness and scaredness, fear, having to go to the bathroom in the middle of a meal so that I could pray or call my sponsor, these things that were real. I'm a little bit more removed from that. And so I don't want to forget it, because it helps me to be grateful. Immensely grateful. But then there's also the ways that I'm still, quote unquote, in my disease, where I am not serene. But I think that because I have the serenity around my substance, I'm able to identify when I'm losing my serenity emotionally with my interior peace, And so that is huge. And I think for me personally, that's going to be a lifetime in progress. That's something that I'm going to be working through for the rest of my life. And I mean, on the one hand, like, maybe, yes, duh, we all are, but I also I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because it's good. It's good to reflect back and be like, "Okay, yeah, I'm not great, but I am not where I was either." Because that was a real a real shit show. And, it's important to have those moments of gratitude. So maybe you are in the state of being a little bit of a show. And even in that place, there is something good in you, first off. Let's just get that straight. But second of all, I challenge you to find 5 things that you are grateful for, even if you're in it. Even if you're in your disease, if you're relapsed, if you're struggling, if you're considering never coming back to program because you tried it, it didn't work, you're done, you're just one of those unlucky few who has nothing to save you. There are 5 things that you can be grateful for. I bet. I bet there are. Even if it's like, I have clothes on. Because maybe you could even hit a lower rock bottom where you literally don't have clothes on or don't have clothes. Okay. Something really, really basic. Something really, really basic. Or if it's like the hot summertime, like go into a grocery store. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that this grocery store has air conditioning. Like, there are things that we can be grateful for. And I've talked about this before, that I like want to puke when someone tells me to be grateful when I'm just like not in the mood. Because it's not something I naturally go to. That's why the name of this podcast is Grateful Blessed Mess, because I'm learning. I'm learning to be that. I identify with the mess. My lifetime journey is learning to be grateful and to see how I have been blessed in this mess. That is me. But it's a beautiful thing. And I know that deep down, what I'm starting to really, truly believe, and this is a huge thing of growth for me, is that deep down, I am good and beautiful. And there are things I do or choices I make or things that happen that cause me not to see myself in that light, but that those are things that I get to go to my higher power with, so he can then, brush away the dirt and peel back the layers and clean off all the scuffs to be like, no, this is you. This is you. So you are good. You are beautiful. You have a shiny essence that nothing can touch. Don't ever forget that. With that, I pass.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.